Welcome to the Business of Style podcast with me, your host, Louisa Gabriel. I'm a personal stylist and image strategist who grew a successful six-figure business, and now I'm educating and empowering other personal stylists and image professionals just like you to do the same. So please keep listening to hear the lessons I've learned and the strategies I've used along the way that are guaranteed to take your personal styling career from side hustle to six figures too. So I've just realized that today's episode is actually a big one because it is our 90th episode of the Business of Style podcast. It seems hard to believe that I have made so many episodes of this podcast over the past couple of years. We've talked about so many different topics, all hopefully topics that have really helped you to develop and grow your personal styling business. And I'm hoping that the next 90 episodes are also going to continue to help you, because this won't be the last one. We're going to keep going because there's just so much more that we can talk about that is going to make building your personal styling and image consulting business easier. So today I want to talk about how every single stylist and every single image consultant needs to get crystal clear on your niche. Now, I've talked about your niche before and finding your niche and developing your niche. This topic is going to be a little bit different on this episode because I want to get more specific about how your styling niche directly shapes your business brand, and why trying to speak to everyone can actually leave you connecting with no one. And you've heard me say that so many times before, and it continues to be true. I say it so many times because it really does happen. So whether you are just starting out as a stylist or you're kind of pivoting your business after a few years in the field, this episode is going to help you to align your brand with the people that you're truly meant to serve. So let's kick it off. Let's talk first about what is a styling niche and why does it matter. So a styling niche, it's a specific group of people that you serve, or it's a specific problem that you help solve with your personal styling services. It's kind of like the lane that you choose to focus on in this really wide world of fashion and styling and personal branding. So it could be something like professional women returning to the workplace. It could be men who want to upgrade their image for business or for dating. Maybe plus size women looking to embrace personal style with confidence. Could be brides and bridal parties. That's a very strong niche. It could be busy moms looking for that style that's realistic for their lifestyle and also flattering and makes them feel good about themselves. Or maybe your niche is a styling identity. So it could be something like edgy style, minimalist style, vintage inspired, or it could be high glam. There are so many different style identities out there, and that can actually form the basis of your business niche. So here's the key. Your niche is going to give you direction. Going to guide your messaging, your marketing, your services, your pricing, and even your visual branding. So when you know who you're styling and why, your business instantly becomes clearer, stronger, and definitely more magnetic to clients, which is what we really want. So let's talk about your brand. So your niche is what actually shapes the brand of your business. Now, your brand is more than just your logo or your Instagram feed. Your brand is really how people feel when they interact with your business. It's the impression that they get, and your niche is going to play a huge role in that. So let's look at a quick example, shall we? Imagine two different stylists, stylist A and stylist B. So we have stylist A helps women of all ages feel stylish. When we have stylist B who helps petite women over 40 build flattering wardrobes that feel effortless and elevated. Which one of those two sounds more confident? Which sounds more relevant? Well, stylist B, of course, because they've actually claimed a niche. And it's a niche that naturally influences everything about the brand. It's going to influence the words that they use on their website. It's going to influence the types of photos that they use in their marketing. It's going to influence the testimonials. It's going to influence the packages that they offer. It's even going to influence the stylist's personal wardrobe choices. So when your niche is clear, your brand also becomes very clear and becomes a beacon. It says to your ideal clients, I see you, I get you, and I'm here to help. And I want you to remember that. I see you, I get you, and I'm here to help. Everything that we do should be saying those three things to your target clients. And that's where your branding and your niche really ties together. So let's take a look at some of the common mistakes that I see stylists make when it comes to niches and branding. The first one is trying to appeal to everybody. I mentioned that briefly before. I've said it so many times in the past 89 episodes of this podcast, okay? You cannot be the stylist to everyone. And I know that it feels safe, right? It feels safer to cast this wide net. You feel that you're going to increase your chances of actually finding clients, but it's actually very risky. And what it does is it waters down your brand, and it makes it hard for potential clients to see if you're the right fit for them. Anybody coming to your website, anybody going to your social media needs to know that you know what their issues are and that you can help them solve their specific problems. Now, by trying to appeal to everybody, you have no clear message that is going to speak directly to somebody. Okay. So that's the number one mistake that I see. The second mistake that I see stylists making is choosing a niche that doesn't actually match their strengths or passion. So don't niche into something like corporate wear if at heart you really, really love some bohemian vintage, and that's who you are. That's your style identity. That's what you love. That's where you really get to express yourself. Okay. Your niche should reflect you, not just what you think is going to get you more clients or what might be the biggest opportunity to find clients or higher paying clients. If you really love that bohemian vintage and that's who you are, then make that your niche. That is how you're really going to grow your business and create the right brand. And the third thing that I see personal stylists doing often is that they create a brand that looks really kind of pretty and really nice, but actually says nothing. And I think I talked about this on the last episode about confusing clients where, things look good on the website, but it doesn't actually tell them anything, right? Yes, aesthetics are important, especially in a field such as personal styling. But without a clear message that speaks to your niche, you're going to struggle to convert followers into paying clients. So it is very, very important that you balance out that need for that really strong aesthetic with a very clear message that speaks directly as to what your niche is and who you're going to work with. So, how do you start creating that alignment between your brand and your niche? Well, I'm going to give you 5 steps that you can take. The first step is you want to define that niche clearly. If you haven't already done this, maybe you are brand new to styling, you're just, figuring things out. Think about your niche now. Really get it defined. If you've been in the industry for a while and you've been kind of floating on that general styling, casting that wide net, it's okay. You can still turn things around and really focus in on your niche. So define your niche clearly. That is going to be your number one step. Think about who you're going to work with. What specific style challenges do they have? Get as much detail as you possibly can and get a very clearly defined niche. The second step that you need to take is you want to develop a brand voice that speaks to your niche. So think about who your clients are. Are your clients fun and bold, or are they more elegant and refined? Make sure your tone on your website, in your emails, or your social media posts, make sure that that matches the vibe of the target clients and the people that you want to work with, because we want to be able to make that connection with them, right? Connection is very, very important. So we definitely want to make sure that we create a brand voice that connects with our target clients. The third thing is to make sure that you're using visuals that really reflect your niche style identity. So every photograph that you use, think about your color palettes, think about your styling choices. All these things need to reflect your ideal client and your aspirations. So if you're going to be working with clients who big focus is on sustainable styling, and that's the niche that you are wanting to offer, you need to make sure that that is reflected in the visuals that you use. Make sure that you're not posting images of fast fashion clothes. Make sure that the color palette that you are using for your business branding really ties in. Visuals are very, very important to people. It's the thing that they notice most. So you definitely want to make sure when they see anything on your site, on your Instagram, on your Facebook, that it connects to that niche. The fourth thing that you can do is create services that are really tailored to your niche and the needs of your target clients. So think about what your clients are looking for. Are they looking for capsule wardrobes? Are they looking for event styling? Maybe closet edits for busy professionals? Make sure what you are offering directly speaks to the lifestyle of the people that you want to work with. It's no good offering them all these different services if it's not something that is of value to them. That's not going to make them sign up and work with you. So really think about it. You don't have to offer every single styling service out there. You may know it, you may be good at it, but the focus has always got to be on your target clients and what is going to help them. And then the final thing that you can do is stay consistent. Okay. Keep consistent with your brand. The more consistently you are speaking specifically to your niche, the more consistent your visual branding is, the more consistent your messaging is, the more clearly you're going to become known for that particular area of styling. And that is what is going to lead people to recognize you and for your brand to be recognized and hopefully to get referrals that way. So keep it consistent. So here's the truth. The most successful personal stylists aren't trying to be everything to everyone. They're the ones that have chosen a niche that really aligns with their passion, their experience, and their expertise. And they build their brand that reflects that. Okay, that shows it off with clarity and with confidence. So if you're feeling stuck, scattered, or you're unsure how to stand out, then, maybe take a step back and revisit your niche. Maybe you started your niche 5-10 years ago. Is it really something that you want to continue to do? Have you created that brand? But when you are looking at whether you're developing your niche for the first time or revisiting it, ask yourself, who do you love working with? What styling problems do you solve the best? And what transformations are you helping your clients achieve? When you get clear on that, your brand is going to click into place. So that's it. That is the end of today's episode, 90th episode of the Business of Style podcast. Thank you for tuning in today, and thank you for tuning in for the past 90 episodes. I really do appreciate each and every one of you, and I will catch you on the next one. If you enjoyed today's episode of the Business of Style podcast, then don't forget to hit subscribe so you'll be notified when a new episode is available. And of course, if you're looking for additional training and resources to help you in your career as a personal stylist, then be sure to visit my website, styleacademyintl.com.